What's going on, good people? It's your boy, one and only, John the Date Dr. Clark. And I got a few things I want to get off my chest. I got a few words of inspiration that I would like to get off my chest for the people, for the couples, for the lovers, for those that are in a relationship, for those that are married, for those that are single, for those that are in friendships. There's three things that can destroy every friendship, three things that can destroy every situationship, three things that can destroy every relationship, and three things that can definitely destroy every marriage. First thing, a lack of communication. But let's elaborate on it. Let's go much more deep. Think about it. You can't have effective communication if someone's uncomfortable. Imagine, for example, imagine being uncomfortable by any type of situation. When we're uncomfortable, what exactly are we going to do? We're not going to perform as well. We're not going to be as confident about the situation. Um, we're not going to give it our all. We're not going to give it our best. And when we're not comfortable with something, we do one of the following things. Sometimes it increases us. It increases the chance of us being very dishonest. It increases us distancing ourselves from it. It increases the chance of us, not performing well. It increases us having a low confidence rate. It increases the chance of not being successful about it. And that's one of those basic things as far as effective communication. So that's one thing that can definitely cause any situationship, any relationship, any marriage to fail, because that's one of our main principles when we're in love, when we're trying to show words of affection, when we're trying to show quality time, when we're trying to show acts of service. So to elaborate more on the communication aspect of it, what else are we doing when we don't have a stable place of communication? We begin to lie more. We begin to assume more. We begin to speculate more, and we already know what happens when we assume more. We already know what happens when we speculate. When we speculate, it allows us to have that lack of communication. When we speculate, it allows us to assume more. When we speculate, it allows us to bring up derogatory things. It allows us to just bring a rabbit out of the hat. It allows us to not be as open and honest. So that's the first key thing as far as what can really destroy any relationship, any marriage, any situationship, any friendship. The next thing is being social, remembering to have fun, remembering to go out there and date, remembering to go out there and live life. Not to say go out there and act up and get in trouble. But sometimes, you gotta live life a little bit. Sometimes we gotta remember to have fun. Sometimes in a relationship or a situationship or a marriage, we have to try our best to rekindle some of those sparks. And of course, I know that sounds pretty cliche, so I'm going to elaborate on it that much more. Sometimes we got to remember to go out there and date. The average couple nowadays, when we have children, when we're married, when we have busy jobs, we forget about some of those principles. We forget about going out to dating. We forget to go out and drive to the drive-thru and just do fun things with each other. We forget to go out and see a movie. We forget to go out there and sit outside and just communicate. We forget to do those fun things that we used to do prior to engaging in that great conversation with her or him. So we definitely got to take care of some of those main principles. So the first thing we chat about is that lack of communication that will definitely destroy any relationship, any situationship, any marriage. The next thing was remembering to have fun, remembering to be social, remembering to go out there and do those fun things, remembering to date, remembering to rekindle that spark. And those are some of the ways that we need to. Those are some of the ways that we must rekindle that spark. And last but definitely not least, one thing that can really destroy a relationship or situationship or a marriage, if we fail to do it, is having that stable foundation. And of course, I love the Lord. I love God. I love Jesus Christ. He's my foundation. And I recommend having a lot of couples, a lot of situationships, a lot of friendships, a lot of marriages out there to have him as that stable foundation. Because of course, he's my foundation. And he's gotten me out of many situations that only I feel as though that I didn't deserve it. But of course, with his mercy and his grace, he felt as though that I deserved it. So let me give you like another example as far as having a stable foundation. Imagine building a home with very unstable bricks, with very unstable cinder blocks, with very unstable shutters, with very unstable windows, with very unstable shutters. So with that being said, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to increase the chances of the house tormenting or plummeting? Exactly, that's what's going to happen. Because when we don't have that stable foundation, when we don't have the stable glass, when we don't have the stable foundation such as the bricks and the mortar and the basins, and make sure everything is planted accordingly, and make sure everything is now leveled, and make sure everything is measured, and making sure the shutters are intact, It's going to cause the house to plummet. It's going to cause us to have a lack of foundation. It's going to cause things to just happen by the wayside. It's going to cause things to not be as though that they're planned. Do you get what it is that I'm saying? So when we have that effective communication, when we remember to be social and having fun, when we have that stable foundation, nothing can tear us apart besides our own selves individually. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the three key things that can really destroy a relationship or a marriage is that lack of communication. It's forgetting and choosing not or neglecting to go out and have fun and to be social, and not having that stable foundation. Those are the key elements that can definitely destroy if we don't put the emphasis on it. Once again, it's your boy John the Date Dr. Clark, coming to you live and in color because that's what I know how. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you like it. Make sure you follow me on social media, John the Date Dr. Clark, and that's DATEDOCTA. Make sure you put a space in everything. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at The Date Doctor. Make sure you look me up on my website at www.datedoctor.com. All right, good people, it's a pleasure. Communication, remember to date, and remember to have that stable foundation, and you all will be fine. And I'm out.